All right, ready?
Yep.
Myles, Amine, final preparation for Worlds. Getting ready to head over to Serbia today.
hmm
So I was thinking about this morning. This is only your second World Championships, correct? So
Yes.
2019, and then now you took fifth in 2019. How much do you think you've progressed from that point to where you are now? Lots happened in between.
It's crazy. I thought about this too the other day. 2019 was really my first year of international competition, not just my first World Championships. I went to the European Championships in April of that year, and that was kind of the start of my international slate. And since then, I feel like, I've wrestled at, I think, over 10 tournaments internationally, and just really gained the experience that's kind of helped me, grow as a wrestler, grow as a person. So between, obviously this only being my second world championship, but between the two, I think that, I've just been able to, kind of amass this, like, just large amount of knowledge and, just coming off of all these matches, whether it was a win or loss, just growing my style to where it is right now. I'm feeling a lot more prepared, I guess.
Well, and that's what I was going to ask. Like, I imagine when you went into 2019 Worlds, maybe just a little uncertainty. You had a
Mm-hmm.
couple tournaments, but, how far do you think your confidence is, your preparation and kind of confidence in your preparation?
Yeah, I think that this time around there's a different kind of confidence.
Yeah.
Going into the 2019 Worlds, it was like I really felt like it was like tunnel vision. Like I was on this mission. I knew I had to qualify for the Olympics,
Right.
um, but I really felt like I had to do almost everything right in all those matches. I mean, I won 4 matches in a row by a point, and I came off the mat thinking like there was so many positions that could have gone either way that I kind of lucked out on, and whether it was luck or not is to be told. But yeah, I feel like going into this world championships, I think I just feel like I can wrestle more freely, just feel more prepared in general. So if there is a mistake to be made, I think that I can really recover and still be able to come back and get my hand raised in a lot of those matches, because I've just been there before now at this point.
Let's touch on the last several months. So I know you've touched on this before, but kind of long stretch. You went from the Olympics kind of right into. I guess you had a short break maybe,
Yeah.
but college season. College season you had some big ups. You had some disappointments. Then right into Europeans. Won Europeans. Then took I think an extended break.
hmm
So how has that kind of stretch been? Do you feel refreshed? Do you feel like you made that transition, that kind of final
hmm
transition to you are completely done with folk style now and focused entirely on freestyle?
Yeah, I think you're right. I took a pretty extended break. I haven't done that in a while. I think after the Olympics, I took about a month off roughly, but I was still in here kind of training and whatnot. But I made it a kind of a note to, or just a point to stay away from the room completely for the last or the month after the NCAA's and Europeans, and I think that was vital to extending my wrestling career and just like kind of revamping or like reigniting that flame,
Yeah.
just because it was such an emotional roller
Yeah.
coaster over the course of December to the end of March, and so yeah, I think that was completely necessary to take that break. And then I ended up going to the European or the Mediterranean games in June, and I was a little worried because I didn't have a ton of preparation for it. Like I said, month and a half off. I think I took like 4 weeks to prepare, but when I was competing, I felt so just like loose and ready to go, because sometimes it's like less is more, and that was really something that I've had to tell myself over my wrestling career. So I think this is perfect timing, perfect preparation. I've been back at it now for a couple months, so I'm really excited.
And you've gotten good training here. You've gone a couple other RTCs, gotten some good training, but you made the decision to. You had good offers elsewhere, but you made the
Mm-hmm.
decision to stay here. So, what was some of the big factors in obviously this is a home for you, but staying here and continuing your career here?
I think that it was a tough decision.
Yeah.
To at the very least, it was a tough decision to sit down with the coaches here and tell them that I wanted to look other places because I've really kind of grown into a relationship with them that's more than just a coach to an athlete. Really, kind of like I look up to a lot of these people or a lot of these coaches as more than just that. So. But then going out, I feel like what I really noticed and what I loved about Michigan was just the bond that I have not only with the people here, but just this place, with the training partners, the coaches. As far as wrestling, and kind of the club, it's the total package. I think that that's something that not necessarily other places didn't have, but I really felt like Michigan kind of stands out when it comes to that. And, just having a relationship with the coaches like Sean and, Sergey, obviously, I've worked with them over the last few years. And, trying to rebuild that, I think that it would be really hard because we have something really special. And then, some of my training partners here with like Alex Deringer, he's been there for me through thick and thin. And, so trying to replace those people, I think there a lot of those, a lot of the people here in Ann Arbor are irreplaceable. So that was a big part of the decision.
All right, what's the next step? So you've put the preparation in. You're leaving town today. Is it just little fine tuning? Is it just keeping an eye on your weight? What's the from now to competition, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, it's just now I've been in this situation. I was just talking to Sean about it yesterday. It's like you always feel the same, nerves or anxiousness, but I was telling him, but reminding myself, I've been here before. It's not really anything new. You always, going into a big tournament, you have to take a step back because it seems like it's like your first time again because you get the same kind of nerves. But yeah, and I mean, at this point, usually where I'm at when I, in this point in preparation is really just fine tune, really just small adjustments and make sure that I'm fresh, ready to go, both mentally and physically. And I think I'm ready.
All right, last question I want to ask about San Marino. So, you've been representing San Marino for about 3-4 years. Have you started to, and I know they've embraced you, have you started to see that trickle down to, more interest in wrestling, more participation in wrestling, any clubs starting to pop up? So I think that is probably something that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Have you started to, hear or see that happen yet?
Yeah. So something that's really cool is right after the World Championships, I'm headed right back to San Marino. They're putting me to work right away. It's kind of funny, but I'm excited for it. They have this event that's basically it's called Sport and Fiera, and it's all the schools in San Marino, for K through 12, basically come together for this kind of demonstration of sports. And so my brother and I are going to be doing going through from school to school, doing a wrestling demonstration.
Cool.
So I know that there's been a lot of interest, but they've had a little bit of struggle to find the right coach or the right person to get it started. So I think that after this event, hopefully the goal from the Olympic Committee and from us is that they'll be able to kind of have a structure to start up and have a lot of interest. So yeah.
Very cool. All right, Myles, good luck. We'll
Thank
be
you.
following. Go Blue.
Go Blue.